everyone, and welcome back to the EDI PMP channel, where we provide innovative education solutions for individuals pursuing their project management professional certification through the PMI. My name is Brittany, and I am the lead content trainer here at EDI PMP. So today I wanted to discuss study habits, because study habits is something that is very near and dear to my heart. And when I was prepping for my exam, I didn't really find a lot of guidance that worked for me online when I was looking. So I have notes in my phone, by the way. I'm going to be looking at that a little bit. So we all know that 50% of passing the exam is knowing the content and understanding the content in the way that PMI wants you to understand it. But the other half of that is your study plan and your study habits and your consistency in leading up to taking your exam. Right? Practice makes perfect. You have to study, study in order to get better, learning the material and to have a good grasp on it when you're actually sitting there at the exam table. What do we do to make sure we're studying consistently? What do we do to make sure we're studying consistently, right? It all starts with a what? Can you guess? It starts with a study plan. So the number one rule in project management is start with the plan. You have to start with an effective study plan. I approached my studying like I would an actual project, right? So my project was pass the PMP exam on my target date. I addressed change management in my study plan. I addressed schedule management in my study plan. I addressed cost management. I also addressed risk, because there was a severe risk that I wasn't going to be able to retain and pick up the information in the way that I was trying to do it. So I would suggest that you, if you don't follow this exact guide, try to make it a little fun like that for yourself. It definitely helped me. You want to first make sure you take into consideration when starting to craft a study plan, how do you best learn, right? What type of learner are you? Are you a visual learner? Do you write best taking notes? Do you use flashcards? Do you have to have like a big board so you can actually draw images and that kind of translates to your brain? So you want to make sure that you first understand what type of learner you are. The second thing that you need to do is modify your plan according to your lifestyle, right? So I know we're all adults, life happens, we have children, we have family members, we have pets. I'm a dog mom, so we have work is a big one. Life happens and everybody's schedule is different, right? So you have to craft a plan that works for your schedule and it works for your life, because if it doesn't work well, you're not going to be consistent in following that plan leading up to the exam. So the next point I want to mention is your plan should include your study tools that you're actually using to prep for the exam. And when I say study tools, I mean, for an example, the PMBOK guide should be everybody's main study tool, honestly. People try to get around reading the PMBOK guide, but honestly, you really can't get around it, right? So the PMBOK guide should be your number one study tool, primary study tool. The next study tool, right, for me were my flashcards. So I will expand on how I approach making my flashcards in another video, but this was like my saving grace right here. When I would go to work, or when I was running errands, when I was getting my nails done, getting my hair done, when I couldn't actually take out my big PMBOK guide, I always had my flashcards with me so that I could reference them and get a quick study session in wherever I was. So I would suggest that you have no more than 3 key pieces of study tools to utilize on your study journey. I know that you can get caught up and go down the rabbit hole of searching on YouTube for everything, and people will say, oh, you need to follow this channel, and you need to study like this, or you need to take this exam, buy this book. No, you don't need to do any of that, but you just need to stick to your plan and the plan that works for you. So a third example of a really good study tool that helped me was the PMI practice exam. I'm not sure if you're already familiar with this, as this was not a thing when I was studying for my exam, but they have now made a free 200 question exam available for PMI members as long as you have submitted an application for the PMP exam. But after that, you can just go to PMI's website, type in free PMI practice exam, and the 200 question exam the 200 question exam will pop up. So the next key point I want to talk about in the plan is you should be outlining which days of the week you're studying, right? And which times on those days of the week that you're studying. You should definitely have your plan drilled down to these granular details, because this will ensure success and consistency as you move along your PMP journey. And then when you sit down, to study for a session, right, on the scheduled day and within your scheduled study window, which study tool are you starting with first? What is your study routine? That should all be clearly written out in your study plan. And the fifth point that I really wanted to make is that sometimes you can do everything that you think that you can do yourself, and something's just not clicking. You might think that your study plan is best for you, but you've changed it a couple times, or you've been studying for months on end, and you still don't think that you're retaining the material. It might be time to reach out to EDI PMP for help crafting an individualized study plan. If you are interested in working with us one-on-one, please email at edipmpsolutions@gmail.com. I'll have it down in the description box, as well as our LinkedIn page and our website. So in conclusion, let's just recap 5 main points to ensure success with studying for the PMP exam. So point number 1 is studying is 50% of passing the exam, and you have to make sure you're studying consistently. Number 2, start a study plan before you even start. Craft a detailed study plan, make sure it fits your lifestyle before you even start the journey. 3, don't be afraid to modify your plan as needed. Number 4, what should your plan include? It should detail your study tools. It should detail your study schedule, your study timing, and also your study routine. And then number 5, if you need some extra accountability, you feel like you're just not getting it done, please don't hesitate to contact us at edipmpsolutions@gmail.com. That's all I have for today. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this video, and also what study habits of yours worked for you, what didn't work. I'm really interested to hear. Thanks for watching. Bye.